Give it a thumbs up. Coming to you with various topics that I have been working or they're in progress. Currently, I'm still pursuing my doctorate in business administration with a emphasis or focus on information system at Liberty University. I am enjoying my pleasure there. I enjoy the school. I enjoy the ideology of the biblical integration, so I can explore various topics with religion and from a religious approach as well as a technological approach and a scientific approach. So I really enjoy that whole aspect of Liberty University. I'm currently in my second course, which I'm enjoying now. Um, so that's it's a sprint and not a marathon, right? You definitely gotta take your time. Um, so with that said, I believe it's a good school. I have received my undergrad at Thomas Edison State University, my hometown, New Jersey. Hey, hey, whoop, New Jersey in the house. Then I received my master's from Southern New Hampshire University, another great school, as well as Thomas Edison State University, and Liberty University, another great school. So one of my daughters graduated from Southern New Hampshire. My wife is now attending Liberty University in the master's program while I'm in the doctoral program. I told her it's a great school, give it a try. So she's started with me this term. It's awesome. So I'm in my, as you can see, I'm in my lab. I'm working on a few things, a few projects. I'm working on an amp. Hold on for a second. So behind me, I have some N channel and P channel MOSFETs that I have to replace for a car amp for a friend. They're very sensitive, so when they still are in their ESD bag, so you make sure you're grounded. You're practicing good practice with ESD because MOSFETs are very sensitive. So these are the N channels, and behind me are the P channels. If you see behind me here, I have an amp here, and then I have another amp on the bench that I'm working through. So it's just I haven't done car amps about 20 years ago when I had my business KMP Electronics, repairing high end audio amps like create. I had an authorization contract with St. Louis Music, I believe, and I think they are the parent company for Crate amps, Peavey, and the name. That's the name of the two. And then I had a authorization deal with Kustom, Kustom amps. Also Yamaha. Um, Also had a deal with Allen and Heath, I believe out of Europe. I was doing mixer channel boards and things like that, and then I had a uh, a service contract with SD Systems, I think out of Holland, where I was fixing their pre preamp for microphones. Check them out, SD Systems. I little preamps for microphones, which was pretty cool. So I did that some 20 something years ago. I've been in the game for about 30 years, working with. Um, Currently, I'm in aerospace. I worked for telecommunications, like companies like Lucent when they were spinning off from AT&T. So when I was hired at Lucent, it was still part of AT&T. Of course, Motorola. I got my career start with Motorola. I was actually still still attending DeVry while I was hired for Motorola. I interviewed on the campus of DeVry in Woodbridge, New Jersey, and I was hired for Motorola. So back then, DeVry had a lot of these companies come out to the campus. You take a test, whatever. You interview with them, and they hire you. I was hired, in I think in my third term at DeVry. I haven't yet graduated, and Motorola took me on. I was an RF technician there, fixing two-ways and beepers and pagers. I said pagers, Bravo, Encore. These are the Motorola pagers, the riser, miniature 1 and 2. So those are things way back then, and so I was. DeVry kicked off my career. I'm so fond of DeVry. I love DeVry because it afforded me opportunities to go beyond just being a tech. I eventually got my undergrad, got my master's, and I'm working on a doctorate. So all these negative things that they talk about DeVry, it's hard for me to believe that because I knew when I was at Lucent Technologies, we had the DeVry students, and we had the ITT students, and we had NJIT students, New Jersey Institute of Technology. So we used to, DeVry's better, da, da. So I know when I hear like 30 years later, all these things about allegedly about DeVry, I'm like, oh man, wow, what? So I still hold DeVry dear to my heart. I learned a lot hands-on troubleshooting. I worked on the Intel 8080 microprocessor. I think it was a 4-bit type of controller thing where we doing some sub-assembly coding. Working with one of my projects that I had to work on was controlling like a transmitter receiver with the 8080 process with fiber optic lights with between the medium from the transmitter receiver. There was no physical connection, and you had to start the motor on the output by programming your signal on the input, transmit it over to the receiver, demodulate it, and then the little motor will rotate. So one of those projects that's still dear to my heart. So I don't know. I really do. I really did enjoy DeVry. Again, I was definitely hired while I was still attending DeVry at Motorola. I remember HP, Motorola, Intel, Xerox. Those were the high-end, the powerful companies in the late 80s, early 90s. They used to come to DeVry and hire a lot of DeVry students. So enough of that. Again, I am enjoying Liberty University with the doctoral program. Great school. Southern New Hampshire University, great school. Thomas Edison University, great school. And DeVry kicked it off for me. So again, this is Randolph Parker and Matts. Thank you for spending some time with me. Again, if you have not done so, it's appreciated if you would to like this, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.